what's up guys? What's going on? Nando here with one more video. This video I'm going to focus on the two phones in front of me and how they kind of stack up against each other. Now, I'm not going to talk a lot about Android in terms of software. I'm going to talk more about hardware in this comparison. Let me know in the comment section below if there's something that I missed, something that stands out to you guys if you've used both or either one of these phones. I'm sorry if I missed something. No one's perfect. Therefore, let me know in the comment section below, and like always, hit that subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up throughout the video if you enjoy it. I'm going to start off by talking about screen size on these phones and price, because a lot of times that's pretty much a deciding factor. Price is probably the #1 deciding factor whether I should buy this or that. Both phones sport a 5.7-inch screen. They, however, are much different in size. I'm going to go ahead and line these bad boys up. You can see here that the Razer phone actually is a little bit taller than the Essential phone. In terms of price, Razer phone retails for $699. Essential phone started out at $699 and has dropped down to $499. In some cases, you can get this for $450. You can even throw in the Essential camera, which I've had and reviewed, for another $50. So price right now, you got to lean towards the Essential phone if you're simply going price. Features, Essential. What a beautiful display. Almost bezel-less. All you have here is this little slit at the bottom, the notch at the top. That's not even considered a bezel. Ceramic phone, amazing quality, looks gorgeous, minimal branding, if at all any branding, actually no branding. That's the Essential phone. Razer phone, build quality, built like a freaking tank. Really is built like a tank. Minimal branding, just a little bit of that Razer logo right there. Screen, beautiful screen. Also, no bezels. No bezels. What you see on the top and the bottom are actually speakers. The screen itself has this little tiny strip of black around the screen. I mean, I don't know if you can even make that any smaller. No issues with screen quality on either phone. Beautiful, well-made phones. Now, things that set these phones apart. Obviously, Essential, when it came out, it was polarizing because of that bezel-less display, making it much more immersive. A 5.7-inch phone that actually fits in your hand comfortably for the most part is something else. Apple's finally tried to go bezel-less. Samsung's been doing it a while for their Infinity displays. Essential kind of kicked it up another notch. Went all Cyclops on us on the top, but the phone itself feels great in hand, looks great. That display is a joy to look at. Razer, on the other hand, also a 5.7-inch phone, but much harder to hold. It's a squared-off phone, sharp edges, actually pretty slippery body. This all-metal body is pretty hard to hold. And obviously because of these massive speakers, this 5.7-inch phone feels bigger, is bigger. However, I'm not going to complain about that, because when you incorporate the incredible, amazing speakers of this phone, you kind of put up with the fact that it's a little harder to hold in hand. And that's what leads me to the main feature, in my opinion, of the Razer phone. Now, a lot of people say that Razer's 120 Hz refresh rate is what makes this phone stand out compared to other phones, and it does, okay? It does do that. Phones don't have 120 Hz refresh rate right now other than Razer. Apple has it on their iPad Pro line, and you get them in the gaming laptops of the world. I get that. However, I think that on day-to-day, my opinion, okay, I've watched MKBHD's review on the Razer phone, and in his opinion, that 120 Hz screen makes all the difference for him, and I completely understand that. But for me, I actually turned that down to 90, what it defaults to, sometimes even 60 to creak out some more battery life. But the speakers on this phone have absolutely blown my mind away. More than any HTC booms that ever been made, more than Dolby surrounds by the Sonys of the world, more than Apple with their front-facing speaker at the top and the little side speaker at the bottom. These speakers, without even going halfway on the volume rocker, deliver incredible, incredible sound. I'm talking deep sound, I'm talking bass, I'm talking highs, mids, lows, and I'm not even an audiophile. However, with this phone, I've actually looked forward to enjoying content. Like, I want to watch things on it. I want to watch Netflix on it. I want to watch more YouTube videos on it. And other than YouTube, I don't really watch stuff on my phones. I don't really watch Netflix. I don't consume media like that. But on the Razer phone, I have wanted to do that because the speakers are that good. The screen, okay, even though it's not a good of a refresh rate, but the screen and the immersiveness of this screen on the Essential phone has actually made me not want to put a case on this phone, has actually made me want to show this phone out to people. I've had people ask me, oh my God, that iPhone X looks incredible. And I said, it's not the iPhone X, it's actually the Essential PH-1 phone. And people are like, oh my God, mind blown. Like, what? Because it is that beautiful, it is that gorgeous, and it's cool, man. I genuinely, every time I use this phone, and I find us, like, look at that. When you find an app that's actually optimized, okay, and all it takes is to scroll up, pull up your app drawer, and it cranks up the screen to the top, it's so cool. Maybe it's just me, but I find this so freaking cool, and I absolutely love it. So, to me, the differentiators are right here. We're talking about a phone made for gamers because of the refresh rate. In my opinion, that's not really what makes this phone for gamers. Honestly, I don't think any about this phone is for gamers. I think this phone is for consumers, people that just want to bring in that media. That refresh rate makes it much more immersive, but those speakers really, really kicks that immersiveness to another level. Same can be said about the Essential phone because the screen is that beautiful. Now, both phones don't have any kind of water resistance, so I'm not going to dunk it in any water. I'll leave that for the Jerry Riggs of the world and other brave people with money. I'm not going to do it. Neither has it. Both come with USB-C charging. Razer's the first one to introduce Qualcomm 4.0 kind of quick charging, which is almost as fast, in my opinion, as dash charging on the OnePlus. Essential also kicks it up, but it's not that 4.0 standard. Now, both have crappy cameras. It is what it is. I got to give it to Essential. They've come out with tons of updates since I've owned this phone. I mean, almost literally once a week, 2 times a week, I've been updating this phone. Razer has promised as of late to bring more features to their camera app. It's a very basic, stock camera, as stock and basic as I've ever seen it. Truly, it's boring to use. Both phones take poor pictures, in my opinion. However, I think that the Razer phone takes better pictures than the Essential phone. The Essential phone, I've literally never desired. Like, once I figured out that the camera on this phone was not even okay or usable, in my opinion, I've stopped using it for pictures. Like, that's not at all what I use this phone for. So then you kind of run into the whole, what do I use this phone for? Okay, I love technology. I own several phones. And what keeps me coming back to this phone? Well, the display. However, that display and that bezel-less, almost bezel-less display kind of runs out of charm after a while, because you're not just always going to scroll up on the app drawer and be amazed at it. You're not always going to be showing it off to people. You know, I put a case on it, and that's kind of worn out. The camera's not that good. You know, it's really not. Like, I don't take a picture on the Essential phone and actually want to show it off to someone. However, with the Razer phone, even if the camera sucks, which it does, it is better than the Essential phone, but those speakers just make me keep going back to it. Really do. That's something else. What else? So other than price, what's kind of like your best bang for buck? It's really hard to say. My opinion right now, I don't know if Razer is going to intend to bring down the price of the Razer phone. At $699, I think they priced it a little too high. I think this phone at $599, because of the camera, would have been a much better sell. I think Razer's really going after its core gamer market, the guys who buy their laptops and peripherals, and therefore $699 is fine. Essential, they learned their lesson. They weren't selling this phone at all, so they went ahead and drop the price down. You can even buy this phone with its 4K camera at $500, which I've done. So it really comes down to, what do you value more? specs-wise, the Razer phone wins. I mean, you're talking 8 gigs of RAM versus 4 gigs of RAM. I believe it's 4 on the Essential phone, maybe at least 3, maybe 4. Let me know if I'm wrong there, but definitely 8 over here. You're talking a better refresh rate. You're talking amazing speakers. Over here, you've got a nice phone that fits in the palm of your hand. Both are stock Android. I believe that Essential is going to always have the quicker and faster updates. They've shown it so far. Both aren't running Oreo yet. They weren't out of the box. So, you know, you guys let me know what to use to better buy. $499, $699. That's tough. That's tough because for $699 you can get a Sony phone with a much better camera, decent speakers, waterproofing, expandable storage. This also has expandable storage. This does not. So that's the issue. I think that if both were $499, definitely go with this phone. I think that the fact that this phone is cheaper right now, more bang for your buck, you're getting a beautiful phone that's just pocketable. That's the Essential phone. I don't know, man. This isn't a get this versus that. I'm just kind of talking it out, kind of rambling on a little bit of what's been on my mind when using both of these phones. I have enjoyed both. I've enjoyed the Razer much more than I've enjoyed the Essential phone. I've actually owned the Essential phone twice now. Once in white, once in black. But they're just beautiful phones that kind of target different markets. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think, what I missed. And like always, hit that subscribe button, guys. Hit that like button, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace, salute, and more importantly, stay geeky like always. Adios.